Hey guys, my name is Konstantin. I'm CEO and founder of a company called Here You Go, and today I'm gonna read the news and give some of my comments, so maybe you will discover more about self-driving industry and what's happening in this exciting space. Let's go. So today's news from Reuters, 29 of April. Self-driving vehicles get in on the delivery scene amid COVID-19. So, San Francisco cars, trucks, sidewalks, robots and shuttles are rolling out on the labs and parking garages and onto American streets to help deliver groceries, meals and medical supplies. It's actually a big shift right now in self-driving industry, my industry. A lot of startups and companies who develop technology, they kind of shifting from public transportation, from delivering people from point A to point B to delivering goods, because it's obvious right now we don't want to stay in crowded places, we just want to shelter in home and we want something delivered to us. So self-driving cars is actually very promising technology, and I really believe it's gonna happen soon and it will bring us so many good things. So although self-driving car companies have paused on road testing in the United States, as is not considered an essential business, pivoting to delivery allows them to back on the road to gather more data. And this is actually very essential, because data is very important thing for self-driving technology. Because how self-driving car is gonna work? It's gonna use computers to navigate itself, but how computers know where to go, and what most important, how to interact with a very complex environment around cars, like pedestrians and animals, bicyclists, a lot of happening on the roads. So cars should not just know where to go, what direction. It should also interact with all those participants of traffic, right? So since mid-April, the cars of General Motors company self-driving unit Cruise Automation have flashed SF COVID-19 response, signed on their windshields as they deliver food from SF Marine Food Bank and SF New Deal to seniors in need. Each car has two safety drivers. One wears a mask and gloves to drop bags off the door. We are not making fundamental pivot away from ride-sharing, said Rob Grant, Vice President and Government Affairs at Cruise. What I do see is this pandemic really showing where self-driving vehicles can be of use in the future. That includes in contactless delivery like we are doing here. Toyota baked Pony AI, and this is actually very interesting, guys, because all big corporations, they bought already some startups in the area, and that's where they expect technology to emerge. That's why they kind of supporting those startups, and this is very cool, this is exciting, this is how it should happen actually. So Toyota baked Pony AI said its car back on the streets in California after a pause. Now they are delivering groceries in Irvine from local e-commerce platform YummyBuy, and work with the city of Fremont to deliver meals to local emergency shelter program. Meanwhile, in early April, SoftBank-baked Neura became the second company in California to receive a permit to operate a driverless vehicles on public roads. Co-founder Dave Ferguson said Neura was putting its latest R2 vehicles to work delivering medical supplies to a temporary COVID-19 hospital in Sacramento and temporary medical facility in San Mateo County. So what I want to say about that Neura actually got very cool investor, SoftBank. It's a very huge investment firm, and they kind of have a strategy. If they invest in a company like Neura, they expect that company gonna be a leader, and this is gonna be the only player, like only big player in the market. They're gonna make standards for delivering. So look at that company, it's a very interesting company. It's interesting how they're gonna develop in the future. It's a big thing, I think. So none of those wait a minute. None of those three companies are making any money from their deliveries, but are gathering experience and data on delivery operations, several operators said. This is exactly true. They don't need money right now, they need data, they need those models, they need actually those use cases, and this is very essential for self-driving cars. It's a big challenge right now. So a lot of companies delivering or building the technology, but they don't have a business model, how to interact with the customers, how to make money on this. This is a big challenge for industry. Yeah, that's what's happening. Beep, an autonomous shuttle service provider, said in early April that it was partnering with the Jacksonville Transportation Authority and shuttle maker Navaya to transport COVID-19 tests at Maya Clinic in Florida. I know about Navaya shuttle buses, and it's amazing, you know, guys. It's already future, because you can buy those small shuttles for around 300,000 euro, I think, around that, and it's actually already level 4. It have no steering wheel. It's almost level 5. So you buy those shuttles, you have to call the personnel from the company, and they help you to establish a road, and it's already can go. So it's already happening. We already have company who sell self-driving buses. It's amazing. So self-driving truck company Too Simple, in which United Parcel Service has invested, has kept its 40 autonomous trucks on the road for paying customers, but is offering a fee service for banks in Texas and Arizona, according to the Chief Product Officer Chuck Price. And on Wednesday, Russian tech giant Yandex, which has a self-driving car team, said the pandemic helped speed up the signing of its first commercial contract with the city of Skolkovo, a tech hub to deliver mail and small packages using its sidewalk robot Yandex Rover. So this is the news in that area for today. Thank you guys for watching this short video, 7 minutes, maybe not very short. And please sign to our channel and post what you want to know more about self-driving cars, our very exciting industry. This was Konstantin from very heart of Silicon Valley, Palo Alto, California. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, this is Konstantin again from Palo Alto, California. Today I decided to make a short video for you about how self-driving cars work. And this is kind of very complex question, and I searched a lot of materials about that. I saw several videos, and everywhere it's kind of difficult to understand. So I decided to create for you kind of simple analogy and explain in my words. Let's start. So first, simple analogy. Think about this, about self-driving cars like usual cars with a human driver. So what now all the technological companies and all those startups and big corporations trying to do? They try to do computer as smart as a human driver. And from one side you will understand that this is very interesting and exciting, but from other side you will realize that this is very challenging task, very complex goal. So what we can think about that? Like for very simple tasks like going straight in the lane on the freeway, it's kind of easy to replace a human because you just have to go straight. But in a kind of complex city environment where a lot of pedestrians, bicycles, and like you have to communicate with external world, and this is very difficult even for people. Like if you are just a beginner driver, it's difficult for you to understand what's going on, all those signs and all those cameras and I don't know, people who communicate with you by gestures. So it's kind of difficult to communicate even for humans. So we're trying to build the computers who will be the same smart or even smarter than humans. So it's challenging tasks. So that is in general, and think about that when you think about a question like why we don't have self-driving cars. From one side, we don't have those smart computers which are very good in understanding what's going on around, but we already have computers which can perform simple tasks like going straight or going on the same road. It's already feasible, it's already today, and we can deploy it. The big challenge for that is only use cases and business models, but this is another big and interesting questions. I will make a video about that. So how it's going to be on technical level? So generally it's just two levels. First it's hardware and software, as any computer, right? Hardware is all those equipment for cars to understand where the car and how to navigate inside. So it's like cameras, radars, lidars, it's a special lasers which will give information about distance to objects and kind of some understanding what these objects are about. So software side, it's much more challenging, much more complex, much more difficult, and this is now the biggest challenge: how to analyze all those sources of data and how to make good decisions. This is a big issue, this is a big challenge, because if you have a lot of sensors, you also will have a lot of data. But how to understand this data, this is difficult for computers today. But it's developing very fast, and probably we will have a good results soon. I believe in that. I believe in several companies who work on the market and try to deliver their self-driving vehicles. It's exciting. So as far as we with you in this self-driving use format, I found for you very cool article made by Washington Post. It's kind of interactive infographic which will give you understanding how to self-driving cars navigate itself in this environment, and you will understand much more. It's very interesting, so please go there and try to play with that. That's it for today. It was Konstantin from Palo Alto, California, the very heart of Silicon Valley. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video if you like. Hey guys, this is Konstantin again from California, Palo Alto, very heart of Silicon Valley, and today we will speak with you about my favorite topic, simulation for self-driving cars. I found a good article for you called from MIT Technology Review, and the article called "Self-driving cars are being trained in virtual world, while the real one is in the chaos." With fleets out commission, COVID-19 left self-driving cars and trucks companies frozen in time. Now they are finding new life in old data. So this article tells about the different startups. First startup talking about is Embark Trucks, and this is like startup which try to build self-driving technology for trucks. They have 13 trucks in their fleet and they building different models on that. But for now, they cannot approach those vehicles and they have to stay at home, shelter at home, because startup based in San Francisco Bay Area. So what those startups, this startup and other can do? Of course, use their computer power to make new models and to analyze the data they already collected. And you know, usually when self-driving car or self-driving truck is on the road, it's not one driver who just drive and collect all the data. It's usually a team of several people who analyze those data and collect all the data from sensors and different sources. So it's kind of impossible to deploy trucks or self-driving cars right now, and it's actually useless, because if you just ride in the empty roads, what data you will collect? This will be not relevant to the world when we will have crowded streets. I hope we will have crowded streets one day. So what these startups now can do, they can use their old data to create new models, and this is exactly what they do. So this startup Embark Trucks, they switch their gears to home development of those models, and they actually getting some results, because some scenarios they overlooked before. It's very easy because the amount of data they collect while the truck or car riding is enormous. So it's very difficult to analyze all the scenarios, all the data kind of very different and difficult to understand. And this is actually a big question for self-driving industry, how to analyze all the data, because it's easy to collect it. You just put cameras, lidars, those lasers or radars, and you collect all of them in the hard disk drive, for example. And then what? You should to build models, right? But how to build the models? Which data you should save? Which data you can delete? This is big question for now, and this is big question for all industry, like how to solve those questions, because data you get, it's a lot of. So now it's kind of not that bad for self-driving industry, because now they can switch to this old data and analyze and find and build new models, how to drive better in the real world. Of course, it's very different from real world, and one moment you should go back, but still, this is very important source of how you can improve your technology. And this is good time for all the companies to make kind of one step back and analyze what they already had and how to what they did and how to improve what they already have. This is, I think, very good opportunity for all industry, and I hope that industry will use it for improvement of their technology and models. What else? This is also mentioned very interesting fact that Google or Waymo spokesperson, it's a company which belongs to Google or Alphabet, they used their simulation to drive 100 years, and they did it just in one day in the real world. So they have so much computer power that they can simulate much better than others. But this is just not about only computer power. It's also about the models you create. So maybe it's not the only factor which will help you to become the first in this autonomous race. That was all for today. Thank you guys for watching it. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel if you want to get more content about self-driving industry, my industry. That was Konstantin from Palo Alto. Thanks, bye! Hey guys, this is Konstantin again from Palo Alto, California, the very heart of Silicon Valley, and today we're gonna speak about 3 places where you can learn about self-driving cars. So this video is about mostly engineering places where you can learn technical skills. Maybe I will make a next video about where you can learn actually managerial skills, and it's going to be much more harder. But today let's speak about those places where you can learn how to program things, how to make a hardware for self-driving cars, and all those amazing places which provide the information even for free. So guys, our first place where you can learn about self-driving cars, it's a Coursera course offered by University of Toronto. It's called Self-Driving Car Specialization. And you can see the very high rating provided by Coursera. You can enroll pretty soon. It's, I think, today. Oh, it's today! So you can just watch our video and enroll for this course for free. So already a lot of people went through this course, and this is one of the most popular offering in internet. What interests me that it have 43% of people who participated in that course actually changed their career, started a new career after that course. So maybe they switched to self-driving car industry, maybe just they switched to some other industry which is very close to that. But anyway, it's very, very valuable to study new things and to discover exciting new technology, because this is the one hope we have for the future. You can see here very nice text, promo text on this page. Also, you can see reviews of the people who participated in the course. Nice reviews, of course. Explanation how the specialization works. You take courses, you will have hands-on project, and you will earn certificate, which you can also share on LinkedIn. Yes, so this is the instructors of a course, and this is 4 parts of a course: introduction, state estimation, localization, very important and very difficult thing for self-driving cars, and visual perception for self-driving cars, and then motion planning for self-driving cars. Yeah, that's it. It's a shareable specialization, self-paced, so mean that you can spend as much time as you need. You will have a lot of videos for sure, quizzes. I love quizzes. You love? Type it in comments. You will also have graded assignments with peer feedback and graded quizzes with the feedback. Yeah, also there are some questions you can discover about that, and for sure you can just enroll for the course. That is first place. Udacity Self-Driving Car Engineer Nano degree. And you already can see on this website free access for 1 month banner. This is great. I like free promotions, free offerings. So you can get it. You will have a limited time for 1 month. It's awesome. It's gonna start in 4 days, so you still have a time. And what I like about this program, that it's built with a partnership of great companies who probably need engineers for self-driving technology inside themselves, like Mercedes, Uber, ATG. So you will have a possibility to work for those companies after completing the course, and this is awesome. So you will learn here, you will see syllabus, introduction, computer vision, deep learning, sensor fusion, localization, planning, control, system integration, many interesting and important things for self-driving car industry expert. Succeed. You can see how many people, how many times reviewed the project and did some work with that. Of course, it's a high number. What I like also about this course, that Sebastian Tran is actually the guy who started Google X project, and this project was the beginning of Google self-driving car, which is now known as Waymo, and Waymo is one of a leader in self-driving car area. So you will learn from the, probably Sebastian will teach something in that course, and this is like a great connection. This is very good in Silicon Valley, and you can use it worldwide. You can use this certification probably anywhere. And also what I know in my industry, like startup space, several people who learned that course, they actually started their own startups. So it's kind of very good motivation to learn here, to get this nano degree, to become engineer in self-driving space. You can see a lot of description of this course here, and you can also get started. The last place I want to show you, the last resource, it's MIT Deep Learning for Self-Driving Cars course. This is a lot of opportunities for you. You can connect with Lex, the teacher on that course. You can also sign up for mailing list. You can get a great new news about that industry. But what is most exciting, that all that course is free and available on YouTube. So you can just subscribe to the mailing list and get new updates, or you can go directly to YouTube and watch those videos by yourself. So this was all about those places where you can learn about self-driving cars, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel.
Hi guys, this is Konstantin. Today from San Mateo, California, and from Hero City. It's co-working space connected with the Draper University. And that's why today I'm gonna tell you about my experience at Draper University. So first time I found about this place around 2 years ago at internet, of course. And it was an article in Inc. website about best accelerators in Silicon Valley. And they said something about that. Please also check Draper University as a kind of interesting place. And I went to their website and I found, like, from the very beginning that it's probably something very interesting. Because of few things. First, it was founded by venture capitalists, and it's very important because if you go to Silicon Valley, you want to know like about that ecosystem. And the best people who know about that ecosystem is people who inside that ecosystem who invest in the companies, because if you invest in a company, you understand what's happening inside, you understand how it's all interconnected, how can you make money on it. And it's very important because kind of all the entrepreneurs have kind of the same goals, right? They also want to change the world, but they also want to make money for themselves, for investors, for their co-founders. So it's very, very good idea to learn from people who already did money on some good companies and well-known companies. And I know nothing in that time about Tim Draper, and I found that he invested in Skype and Hotmail and other big, very cool companies. And I thought, okay, I want to learn from that people. Of course, I want to go. And I found that it was very small community, and it's very important because I think that small communities are always like better than big communities. Imagine if you are inside one big university, the Stanford University. It's also a very good place, but sometimes it might be difficult to find the proper man. People just don't know what happened maybe in the next building because the university is so huge. And if it's small community, if it's small university, and Draper University is small community still, but it's growing fast. It's much easier because everyone interconnected. You know one guy, he know like in one shake, how you call it, shake hands, like probably you will know everyone through one guy. So like it's so easy to connect with anyone in that community. And community in Silicon Valley, it's like very cool thing. And I decided I want to go there. So I applied several weeks before the program started, and I was accepted. Woo-hoo-hoo! I went to California, and of course I was like surprised and like shocked by the people I met here, because people been so open and like they communicated so well, and I thought, oh my god, like I should have the same level of English, of communication skills, and I wanted to like communicate better. And it was part of a program, because while you study there, you try to speak in public, you try to speak with your group mates, and you develop your communication skills a lot. I think it's a big part of a program. So this part called So What? So what was at Draper University? Draper University have a program divided into weeks. It's I think it's like 8 weeks, around 8 weeks program, and every week concentrated on some topics for startups. And this is cool that because they try to change program, I think very often they try to change program after every cohort, after every batch, because they want to develop it better, and sometimes they just understand that they don't need some parts, or they like need something else because people ask about that, and they try to implement things very, very fast. I was surprised that they gave us a lot of free time, not like a lot free time, but every day we have a time to develop our companies or develop our ideas, like to really work on them. I thought it's very cool, because they say that people before ask them about that, because if you just teach people and don't give them opportunity to implement those ideas, it's kind of not very cool, right? And they changed that program while my study, and I enjoy that free time because I try to implement those ideas. Not all of them was like very, very successful, but some things I still work on. So it was very good time. And what else? We met a lot of founders in Silicon Valley. So it's people who made very cool IT companies here, or tech companies, right? And they made the exits. They came here to speak about how they look at the world. It's very important to understand their framework, what's happening in their minds, because you also want to kind of be in that ecosystem, right? We also met investors who invest in the companies, and this is so important, because if you want to understand how this ecosystem works, you need to understand like how people make money here, right? This is like the essence of Silicon Valley. People make money here. People like create big businesses, they create great teams, great products, and it works somehow. And this is very important to understand what exactly happening in the space, because if you just hear about like one company did great exit, or one company raised a lot of money, or one company created great product, it's kind of cool, right? But if you don't understand what's happening in the middle, like what happening inside those companies, it's kind of useless, right? Because you just heard something and you don't know how to apply those things to your experience, to your life. And last thing about Draper University, I want to say it was a survival week. Survival week was a great experience for like all my group mates. I think everyone thinks that this is the best part of the program. So it's a part when some people get together as a group and bring them somewhere in like forests of California. And this is so cool because it's kind of challenging situation. You don't have a lot of comfort there. It's kind of camping, and some people, they just act differently, or they just act like, and you understand, oh, I want to work with those guys, or I like want to be friends with those guys, because they show themselves in so good way, and you understand, oh my god, I need that part of program. I wanna like maybe longer that survival week. Not everyone will agree with me. So what was after Draper University? After Draper University, I decided to concentrate on my idea and to work longer about autonomous cars and try to understand how can I create business around autonomous cars, because I really believe that this is the biggest disruptive technology in transportation space, and I wanted to build something in that space to make it like very cool, very good for people to save money on transportation and to decrease traffic congestions, decrease emission, decrease amount of people who die on the roads. So to have so many reasons to deploy those autonomous cars to like faster their development. And I decided to concentrate on that. And first I decided to make a research, visit a lot of conferences, small meetups in San Francisco or big conferences, CES at Las Vegas. I've been everywhere. And Draper University, they also try to help me in that journey. I had a regular meetings with my mentor, with Juan, and he gave me sometimes good, sometimes some suggestion I didn't implement, but it was great that I have someone who really care about me, about my business, and I wanna say thank you, Juan. We did it. And after like sometimes our communication, he also a partner of Draper University Ventures, they offered me investment round, and I got funded by Draper University Ventures. And now I also still stay in touch with Draper University. I participate their alumni panel, and today I will speak at that panel. Today they will have a biggest batch in the history, I think 120 or more than 120 people. And this is great because the university growing, and I think it's very cool because people all around the world come here to learn from Silicon Valley and try to implement these approaches for their business, for their lives, and for themselves. That's it that I wanted to say you about Draper University. If you want to apply, please go to draperuniversity.com. If you have some question you want to ask me, please write me. I will give you suggestion what to do in connection with Draper University. That's it. Thank you guys. Bye.